Welcome back to Challengers Uprising. I ate some veggie straws during the break, but I'm still hungry for more League of Legends action.
Well, I got great news for you, Matt.
What's that, TJ?
We got game 2. Maryville
Woo!
did manage to pull back game number 1 after a disastrous early game. Wildcard Gaming showed their strength, but they are still down 1-0 as we head into game 2, and that means, Matt, they are potentially one loss away from being eliminated from Cup playoffs.
TJ, I'm a little bit bummed that I just broke my veggie straws at the back of the wall. I don't know if you heard the sickening crunch, but I heard the sickening crunch of Wildcard's bones in game number 1.
Did you throw them?
Yes. Did you not see that?
No, I was busy looking at her notes. Isn't Foxy back there?
No, she's right here at my feet because I was eating them at my desk, and therefore she believes she is accustomed to some. She did not get any.
At some point during this game, I'm going to be able to see on the camera as Matt's dog goes back there and starts eating the veggie straws. Let's talk about what we wanted during game number 2, because we did see a game 1 that looked close, but Wildcard's game plan fell apart. And I'm going to put a lot of that over towards the where Team Luke wasn't able to be the teamfight threat that you need him to be on an Aphelios until, like, literally the second to last teamfight of the game.
I feel like a lot of that was just off Chippy's being sick, though. I don't know how much I want to blame that on Team Luke, because a lot of the time, you know, that first team fight around the Dragon, Team Luke was set up for success, and then Chippy's was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come and ruin this whole man's career. Man's whole career. Don't worry about it. We're just going, TJ.
He's Australian, so you flip it because he's Australian.
That's what it was. Thanks, TJ. And just came in with a beautiful Gnar ultimate. I'm actually surprised to not see Gnar banned in the immediate first pick of the Shen. So I'm just going to be expecting that Gnar to be saved for last pick here for Maryville.
We do get a Xayah out from Maryville. This falls in the category of things Evan RL can play alone in lane if Shady decides they have better things to do, which does happen occasionally. Lilia is one of Odd Orange's favorites. It's a contested pick here in this pool, as I think Panda demonstrates picking the other Centaur-like character in this game with a Hakaru into his pocket. It'll be Kaisa as the AD carry for Wildcard, which is exactly the kind of carry Team Luke needs, and a Rakan to follow through from Maryville.
We got a full stable, TJ. We got both horse-like entities, as you said. Xayah, Rakan coming down into the bot lane. Evan RL and Shady, I really like this, but this to me signals that maybe Shady isn't going to be doing the whole roam all the time thing.
Matt!
What?
There are 3 horse champions in this game now.
What did I miss?
Rel.
Oh.
She's just got a straight-up horse. It's not even like magical.
Metal horse, though. It's a metal horse made out of metal she controls that she then turns into pants. So, like, how much does it really count as a horse, and how much is it apparel? It's a polo shirt, TJ. That's basically what it is.
That horses is apparel for rich people. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna buy a purse, oh, I'm gonna buy a horse. That's just what it is. Maryville do continue with their second ban phase, and they are targeting. Okay, this is a Nautilus ban. I was gonna say, it's a little bit weird that Master Yi got banned out. He did not. It is a Nautilus ban. So they are targeting Daption here, getting rid of the Wildcard support's good hook characters.
What kind of about that, DJ? Sorry? I was really hoping for the pocket pick Yi coming out that I didn't know about until now.
We did see a really good performance from Daption in game number 1 during the lane, so I'm a little disappointed that literally everything he could play and be exciting on has now been banned out.
He could play,
Rel, Leona, Nautilus,
Alistar.
You're right, Alistar.
He exists. I don't think he's good here, but he exists. He might be fine, actually.
I mean, Kaisa is the exciting mark here. I'm just worried that Team Luke isn't going to have a playmaking support to enable that, especially versus Xayah, Rakan in lane. It's just real rough. Maryville will get themselves another carry mid laner. This time Wolf's Claw will be on the Azir again.
I was like fine with the Azir last game. I wasn't super high on it.
In the mid lane?
Yeah, I mean the plays were great. I just want to see more action in the lane. I'm a very early game oriented person. I love seeing people fighting in the early game. and I know that Azir means that there's nothing going to be happening until 6.
Matt, if you want to see early action in the mid lane, you are watching the wrong game. That is not what these two laners do, especially. Okay.
What?
Now, okay, here's the pop quiz. Is this support or mid lane?
I think they're both bad. Xerath's just bad.
Xerath is a real scary support these days, but I suspect it will move mid lane. That would be my bet. And
Like,
the Galio
you can't take it bot because Rakan will absolutely abuse the hell out of Xerath.
It would be a bad matchup, and also I don't think Xerath support is, like, competitive viable. It's just real fun to do in solo queue because you go a weird amount of damage. Maryville will complete their draft. That's going to be a set thrown up top. Chippy's not getting the Gnar, is getting the set.
You know what? Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm in on this Xerath. I don't know what it's going to do, but I want to find out. I just checked Pro Build Stats, my favorite website for that. Shoutouts. And the last person to play this was a week ago. So nobody cares about Xerath right now, and that makes me intrigued because it means Wildcard have a plan for it. And they have experience running it. It must have been successful in scrims.
Yeah, I mean, there was a period, a couple of months long, where Xerath support was the thing. And he certainly is viable in the mid lane right now. I do think people are sleeping on how much Xerath does post-patch, but we will see. We haven't even gotten the swaps through yet, so we won't know.
Unless Sonkai submitted.
The things to watch, I think, out of this draft are going to be your top lane again. I want to see how Chippy's Quacker goes now that it's set in Chippy's pocket after that game 1 star-making performance from Chippy's. We didn't put the endgame damage stats on screen, but they had almost as much damage as Evan RL in the bottom lane. Like, it was huge. I want to see what they do with Set, who's a little bit more of a straight-up brawler. There isn't going to be that big arrival double stun type thing, but it's the same character. If you can find those big flanks, if you can find access to the backline, you can make team fights.
Yeah, I mean, the Set ultimates are really good for setting up fights, and especially with Rakan to follow up on that AoE, you can really just get some massive chain CC going and enable tons of damage coming out from Evan on this Xayah.
I do want to see over on the Wildcard side, not to put too fine a point on it, but a little bit more out of Team Luke. They got shut down in lane. We didn't just get anything exciting from the Star AD carry. The one team fight where that Aphelios looked good, the one team fight where that Aphelios was set up, he got like 3 kills and won the team fight. Well, stabilized it. The other thing, Zeno got a lead during the last game, played a darn good Syndra game. He has left his chair, run back behind the beanbag in his background, and gotten the veggie chips.
They're really good, and I want to check on them, TJ.
Zeno, speaking of checking on things, won the lane, did nothing with it.
Who's that in favor of? Is it in favor of Maryville or Wildcard?
Different shades of red. Wildcard only had 21%, but it was like a slightly
Was it
brighter
actually different shades, TJ?
Yeah. No,
Am I going colorblind?
No, it's because my main monitor here is super high vibrancy. It's like a gaming monitor, so it's easy for me to tell.
Chippy's and Odd Orange going really aggressive early on to Quacker. Loses about a quarter HP there.
It's like how, like, 3 of the teams in LCS have the same shade of blue as their logo.
Someone pick a purple logo.
Zeno will
like
start things off.
100% dies here.
Yeah, he's just dead. First blood already. Looking
Chippy's
real
too.
good for Wildcard. They get 2.
Well, last game they got a really good early game as well. This game they got it faster. That's the important part, TJ.
That's like maybe game ending though. I mean, it's obviously too early to call that, but that's the sort of stuff that things snowball off of. Chippy's has to blow TP to get back into lane, won't have that early game presence, versus a Set that's really going to matter. I don't entirely know what Art Orange was gunning for there, but they were very thoroughly outplayed. Let's take another look. Love the awareness here.
think it was just over-aggression and not realizing that Xeno could roam up faster. And from here, it's just an absolute disaster, of course, because you have the flank from all three sides. There's no way you get out of this without running into a member of Wildcard. So,
Yeah.
great adaptation from them, I guess, but that really does seem like a huge over-engage from the side of Maryville.
Maryville getting a little frisky, maybe overconfident is the right way to phrase it after game number 1. And they lose their jungler right off the bat. It's going to take this Lilia a while to catch up versus a Hecarim. There could be irreparable harm done during that period.
Yeah, Lilia is one of those junglers where her strength is really that she can farm the jungle really quick, and then at 6, she's really strong, both getting picks and in team fights. But if you're set behind against another jungler who does basically the same thing, but has better ganks, that just bodes really poorly for you and your team.
Let's talk about the Xerath. It is worth mentioning. This is what I was talking about. Xerath is just very good at AP right now. Very, very low mobility, very fragile. But you build solid AP with Arcane Comet, and this Xerath can still shred people. Especially if you get out to an early lead, which thus far, Xeno has.
Yeah, I think the reason I was so low on the Xerath pick, other than just the novelty factor, is that he has no escapes other than Flash, just because he has literally no mobility. But especially into this team that has such an ability to just misposition you. You have Shady, you have Wolf, you have Chippies, all three of whom can force you to move against your will.
Hear me out, though. We just saw a really good mid lane game from Xeno on World Champion.
Syndra, okay.
Now, what is Xerath but Syndra with a sniper rifle?
That is a great point I have never heard before, TJ, but you know what? I'm going to give that one to you.
I'm pretty right, aren't I? Think about it. Quacker builds up a truly monstrous wave up there, and we'll shove it underneath the turret. Very good laning still from Quacker, who did start game number 1 real strong versus Chippies. Chippies only was a dominant force in that game 1 because of what they did off the roams. It's easy to forget, but they were being bullied in lane.
Now look at the bottom lane. This is where, again, we want Team Luke to be coming up ahead and really being the carry for Wildcard, but that's just not happening. Evan RL with a massive CS lead so far.
How is Chippies earning a CS lead here?
Chippies is a monster, man.
Flash in.
Engage.
Good stun. Quacker is to flash away to stay alive.
No TP as well. I don't remember, TJ. Did Quacker have TP last game?
I believe so. This is Flash Ignite Shan.
I can't recall.
I believe so. They did.
Yeah, I think the Ignite makes sense against Set, but in situations like this, it really does punish you because you just have no way back to lane, so the ganks against you are all that more effective there for Mod Orange.
Here comes Panda. I don't think Evan RL's in real trouble, but they don't have ult yet, so they will be stunned up. Shady able to go in. Heal will be burned. Here comes Odd Orange round the side.
Daption low, Panda low as well, being forced to heal his team.
Back
Luke,
in.
Daption low again. One auto will do it. Daption doesn't fall down. Stand united from the top lane. Panda gets out of there. Evan flashes forward to try and find anything, but the double kill comes out from Team Luke. Evan finds 1 kill answered, but Wildcard run away with a 3-for-1 fight.
Xeno trying for a kill steal there. There's no way to sugarcoat that. Drops the ult from across the map. No, that was real good from Quacker. Managing to get the ult, he pretty much burned it as soon as he levels up, arrives in this fight and saves the day, and explains what Daption is up to. I kind of thought Daption was inting, I am not gonna lie. But it all makes sense in the context of the presumable team comms being Quacker saying, Daption, go back in, I have ult, I have ult.
Yeah, that was really questionable. I was sure Daption was dead immediately here. Just the duration of this massive bait was so fantastic.
Double taunt.
Daption dodged literally every skill shot tossed at him for a good 4 or 5 seconds. I like that Xeno also canceled the ult immediately after. Just an aw man.
Shucks.
Sniper, no sniping.
Hey, what's the point of playing Xerath if you can't try to steal kills across the map?
That's what I've always said.
But that's why you don't play a lot of Xerath?
Correct. I can't even get kills in my own lane. How do you expect me to get them across the map?
There is a roam here. We do have Daption and Panda down towards the bot side, maybe seeing if they could find an opportunity. But they could not, so Wildcard turned their focus towards this first rank of the game. They have earned out about 1,000 gold advantage and first strike.
Odd Orange immediately trying to respond with the Rift Herald, but Quacker spots it out, so I'm not so sure about continuing this one, if I'm going to be honest there. Orange, my friend. No, Maryville are rotating around for it, okay.
Yeah, this is a lot of Maryville members on site. Xeno zoning in, literally all 5 here for Maryville. Quacker better not go in over the wall. That will be a dead Rift Herald.
Odd Orange picking that one up. I think they're just going to try and toss it top instead. Rotating the bot lane up here, shoving out the wave for next back, I suspect.
Maryville were really ready to scrap. And Shady will go in. Shady throwing some hands real fast, but there's not really any benefit to it. And I do want to draw attention. Sure, you got the Rift Herald, but in the meantime, this has been 2 full plates passed over to Team Luke. Might be 3 by the time this is over. Like, that is only worth it if you can find an equal amount of gold onto Evan RL with the Rift Herald. Or greater, which isn't impossible. Easy to take a turret, but
I mean,
gonna need to look
is across
really
the map, TJ. It's looking unlikely at this point. They haven't backed either, so it just feels like a full lane swap, which is peculiar to me. While I am admittedly not a fantastic analyst, there does seem to be exactly 0 objectives on the top side of the map at the moment. So I'm curious why they have opted to stay here instead of go back into a lane in which they were doing incredibly well, I felt.
wow. Up until that whole team fight went
Well,
wrong.
yeah, I was kind of conveniently ignoring that because I don't count that as laning. I count that as just bad team fight decisions. Actually, it wasn't even a bad decision. Daption's just sick at dodging skill shots.
We do get the Rift Herald here. This could be the gold I was asking for. Should be a full turret. Oh, but there's a lane swap. Luke and Daption are here, Matt.
Going to be looking to clear up this Rift Herald, and they've actually scared Odd Orange and Co. off the tower. And not a lot of gold going up there to Evan RL because of the 3-way split.
They're fighting. They don't have stand united. Daption goes right on in. Evan RL's gone. Panda fights the kill outside of Shadows. His step too far, though he's underneath the turret. Ulti from mid. I don't think you find the kill there, and indeed they don't. Down in the bot lane, Quacker is in trouble. Will be ulted away from the turret, but has Chippy's on the run. Flash to chase. Chippy saves the flash, trying to get away, but it is not possible. Quacker wins the 1v1.
I feel like next game, because I am predicting there will be a next game. Ban the shit,
Really?
maybe?
Xeno will be shut down.
This Shen's doing real good for Quacker. Able to consistently find 1v1s 3-0-4 now on what is supposed to be a supportive top laner. Which is a really impressive showing from the top laner of Wildcard.
Yeah, and this has been 2 consecutive lane wins from Quacker. Here's Chippy's off the TP, though. Coming in for some revenge, will be taunted by Daption. Luke round the side. Daption baiting, Luke with the flash. Only Shady to chase. I think Luke will get away with this. Daption will pay for their aggression. But it was another couple of plates there onto Luke, so this is going to be a real big Kai'Sa come late game, which was one of our win conditions.
I think Evan, though, has just gotten the better of the trade. We were wanting Evan to see a little bit more plate gold, able to get 2 or 3 plates, I believe, on his own, and that means the gold is pretty much evened up between these two AD carries.
Yeah, first turret may be broken here on the top side.
Come on,
I wanted to give it
a
dramatic pause, but it really did take a while there. That final turret plate.
Just wanted to give it a beat. Instead, he gave it like 6 measures. It's a music joke, TJ.
I'm not music. Is that what comes out of the radio?
No, that's NPR, as you would know.
I was always a little confused.
I don't know about this engage. Wildcard. Please don't invade this.
Yeah, I'm still go for it.
All right,
they do have Luke here as well. This is, I think, you know, in an isolated world where there isn't a flare advantage down here, it's a fun idea. Because Luke's doing damage, and here's the time to exploit it. Shady low, we'll have to get away. Onslaught for the deep dive. What are you doing, Panda? But the chase down works. Zeno finds the kill. Will be suplexed in the back line. Zeno is in trouble as the heroic entrance tries to save the day. Chippies may go down and trade. Dapson has stunned him up and locked him down. Evan being demolished. Has to Featherstorm to stay alive. Evan is the only player to survive from that skirmish. Is questionable. Recalling behind the turret. They'll have to cancel, and they will have to die. Taption gives him a 1-for-1 trade, though.
I think that's worth it. Luke now is going to be able to pick up the plates, but looking back at this fight, we thought the blue buff was a little bit too far, but then Odd Orange forced out of the fight. A beautiful onslaught of shadows into the backline from Panda. Forces Shady away. Evan, of course, forced out of this fight early on, never finds a way back in. And while Chippies finds the trade for Zeno, it's just a beautiful zoning job from Wildcard overall that allow them to win this team fight. And then Daption, of course, does the hero play and sacrifices himself in order to find the kill on Evan.
Daption just like...
let Quacker tank it, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
The full health level 10 Shen.
We're just spitballing ideas here. You don't have to.
You don't have to listen to us. You're the pro here, but also
casters. Second drake of the game just got a wild card alongside a 2,000 gold lead. This is looking real good, especially when you start looking at where that gold is, which is, of course, on Team Luke.
I can see why it's a team and not just one person. It's how inspiring the AD carry is.
Matt, I already made that joke when I casted him on Academy with Joshi, so...
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm not Joshi, so I didn't know that.
Why aren't you?
He's cooler.
He could be wearing, like, a sick red suit right now.
Yeah, but he, like, knows things. I don't know about that. And he references chess. That's too highbrow for me. TJ.
Earlier today, this is true, Joshi said he thought he could beat Jesus in chess.
I don't think Jesus would have known what chess was. I'm pretty sure
that was why I said I thought it would be pretty easy for him, because chess was not a thing to my knowledge, so... Turret will fall on the bottom side. That was a successful turret take for Chippies, the second of the game. Chipping away, if you'll pardon the fun, on that gold lead for Wildcard.
Sorry, I had to give you the canned laugh. I figured you'd earned it.
I wanted kind of a sitcom laugh, but...
Ha 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 ha. No, it's not.
I liked the effort to be an entire studio audience at the same time, Matt.
I really did try, TJ. I really did give it the old college try.
Second turret will fall in a couple of seconds here on the top side, as that is Luke getting more gold in his pocket. And here's the press for mid.
Just dead immediately. Team Luke finds it. Quacker comes in with a stand united. A little bit of interference being run there by Zeno, but not quite necessary.
Yep. This turret should fall as a result. Daption will flash forward. Quacker around the side, ready to taunt. He's got him locked down. Can Luke find the damage? No. Quacker's thrown underneath the turret. That is kind of disastrous. Wildcard lose their frontline tank. At least one of them. Daption and Panda are still here looking for opportunities. And Luke does so much damage. Panda will clean up one. It's a positive trade, and they can keep going.
The humanity, TJ. Luke almost had 3 more kills in his pocket there, but was not able to secure them. Off the back of that fight, though, 5-0-5 on this Kaisa. Far and away the best player here.
Matt, I'm checking my notes.
Uh-huh.
And it says Kaisa's a good champion.
What? I think you need to see a source on that, TJ.
Too bad.
Well, because I mean, you can look at the stats and see she's got like a 56% win rate. you get that dance, Kaisa.
With the up close on the recall, I appreciate it. Man, Evan was just instantly destroyed. Very smart on the Featherstorm, but they're saving the second CC. They're saving the Onslaught of Shadows till they burn Featherstorm. Very heads up from Wildcard, and then they say, we have a player advantage. It does almost go wrong. Wolf denies the initial entry, and there's a suplex behind turret, but Wolf's in trouble here on the top side. Will turn for Quacker with his team.
Man, what a sick flash from Quacker as well.
What was that? Exactly one ultimate
more?
shot. There we go. There's the rest.
So funny.
Fired all exactly on the same pixel. So not quite. I'm still a little confused, but
Luke
could do that. So I suppose it doesn't matter.
I mean, you can, yeah. I'm not sure what. Sure. You force the back out of Evan. I get it.
Look. Hashtag shuffle the deck. No, hashtag stack the deck. I've got it.
There you go.
Hire me. Shady round the back. Zeno was dropped, but he's got the Stand United to keep him up, and you've got the heroic entrance to back up the front line. Panda does not go down. Neither does Zeno. And the Wildcards are able to back away.
Over to an Ocean Drake. Looks like TJ.
Hashtag shuffle the deck. You can have that one for free, Wildcard.
It's for when they lose and they need to change their strategies up a little bit.
Will be a Drake picked up third of the game. As the deck does get increasingly stacked, as I'm sure Wildcard's marketing team would inform me is the correct turn of phrase.
They should
That
play
is-
Twisted Fate.
They should. Well, they did ban it because Wolf has been playing it non-stop.
Yeah, but like just for branding
Counterpick it
purposes.
instead. Yeah.
Zeno, I think you need to learn Twisted Fate for the brand.
There need to be more card-based characters.
What else could you do with them, though?
Play them.
I mean, you do that with all the champions, TJ.
Exactly. It's a tried and tested strategy, man. Baron is up. This Wildcard are setting up for it.
Looking for the red buff again. This is really aggressive here from Wildcard. Just invading every time they can.
Well, they know if they find a fight here, they probably win it, and if they win it, the game's over. Here we go. Evan spotted out.
Oh my god, Onslaught of Shadows over the wall.
Oh!
The dunk from Zeno. The Zareth pays off.
Cousin, let's go bowling, says Zeno from the mid lane. We'll find the kill. And we're still going. Wildcard would like to end this game real fast. This would time the series 1-all. This is an elimination match, remember. Loser is out of cup playoffs. And Wildcard are doing a real good job staving off that elimination. And driving us to a game 3. Killer Instinct in. Luke just does that kind of damage.
What's going on? Luke, so strong, dives in immediately and just one-shots Wolf.
And that's maybe
Why is
what you
Chippy's
were
at their
waiting
red
for.
buff? How did Chippy's get to the wild card red buff?
I mean, look. Hashtag
I'm not saying it
shuffle
was
the
a
deck.
wrong play or anything. Probably was
Hashtag
like
shuffle
split
the
pushing.
deck.
Hashtag shuffle the deck, TJ.
There's my answer. Baron
The
is
Baron's up if Maryville won it. They would have to take it immediately though, and since they did not do that thing, they cannot.
I mean, they don't have any Baron damage. Their take is so slow. Unless the Azir can do it, but the
No,
Azir...
like
has
Azir
been-
Zaya is a good combo. Zaya has a lot of attack speed. I think the two of them together could take it pretty quickly.
Okay. I'll believe you. I just don't believe in...
Just probably not fast enough to take it before Wildcard catch on, but if you really want the desperation play, that was the time to do it.
He's all alone, Quacker. That everyone on the bottom side of the map, I think, gets a little paranoid simultaneously, and they will all recall.
Don't worry about it. They figured it out. I want to circle back to the Xerath, though, because I don't think it's been a bad pick, but I really don't feel like it's contributed to a whole lot. As Chippy's TP's top. It was like fine in lane, got killed a few times because Xerath is so vulnerable to ganks. But in the mid to late stage of the game, it's really just been a wave clear bot. But I guess that's really what you want Xerath to be, wave clear and siege.
Like I said, Syndra with a sniper rifle. He's doing sustained damage in these team fights. And been able to close out kills like Evan or L, that pick inside the base. That's what you're looking for when you pick Xerath.
Oh, Daption.
Hello. Welcome to the jungle, says Daption, and in the meantime, Wildcard are pushing in towards the end. Goodbye, Daption.
Down by Panda. This is a really weird pincer fight here. I don't know how Wildcard are going to get through it. Odd Orange able to find the sleep. Evan RL will not pop it, though.
Panda's just dead.
Just run forward onto... Odd Orange is dead, TJ.
Wildcard down 2. Down 1 on the opposite side. At no point was this really a fight. Odd Orange stumbled into Team Luke and went down. Daption and Panda both just wandered off on their own. Followed the trail of chocolate chips in the floor of the forest. Died. And now we turn for the Drake. This would be Soul. Oh my lord, it will be Soul. Chippies with the haymaker. There is no way they survive, though. Luke does so much. And this is gonna be the Ocean Soul to Wildcard.
Yeah, that first fight I realized about halfway through that this was not a fight. This was an assassination attempt from Wildcard Gaming. They were able to pull it off twice in the same engagement. And now they have, like you said, picked up the Ocean Soul. There's no way to stop this team at this point. 8-0-5 on Team Luke. Wildcard have hit their win condition. Wolf, what are you doing there?
He's hoping Luke walks into the bush or something, I think. Luke's just playing Hitman, hoping for the best. There's no way you get off this recall, mate. Panda will chase him down. That's an easy kill. And Wildcard have shut down possibly the biggest damage threat on the other side at this point. They can now turn for the Baron with Ocean Soul in hand and drive this series to a Game 3.
I guess that's just the Baron. I'm not sure what Wolf was trying to do there. Maybe set off a flank, but without your team around, you just risk exactly what happened. You got found out and immediately blown up by the side of Wildcard. Now it's going to be a desperation play for the Baron as Daption doing a beautiful job of stalling out of the pit. Quacker goes in as well. Baron's down. Engage comes out. Onslaught of Shadows into the backline. There goes Odd Orange, and all of Wildcard Gaming are still up at the end of the Baron fight.
And there it is. Game 2. Wildcards exactly the opposite of their first outing. Boost Team Luke out ahead. Get him a hell of a lot of gold early on Kai'Sa, and he carries them to a pretty easy win.
Just the final formality of a team fight left. Chippies and Odd Orange, 13 seconds each. Wolf gets a great engage into the tower. Nobody's going to die just yet, though. Quacker flash taunt over. Luke's down, actually. This may have been too much for Wildcard.
With Luke dead, the inhibitor turrets respawn.
Oh, no. Disaster.
Matt, we're still going. Evan finds this assassination. Luke gets shoved forward by Wolf, and Evan just finds the damage where they need to. Wolf actually gets credit for the kill, as they frankly should. A double kill for Wolf in that fight, providing the damage and demonstrating that they still can carry on that Azir.
I think Wolf is made up for getting picked off by the Baron buff with that play. We'll call it even Stevens from this point onward. But it is still Wildcard's game to win. I cannot... Evan's just gonna die. No, he lived, but if that third one had hit, Xeno would just one-shot him. I'm starting to get sold on this Xerath. It's starting to get real cool.
It's real dumb, but it's real fun.
It is. It's like me.
If you get out ahead on the Xerath, then just nobody is safe. Hashtag shuffle the deck.
Well, it's the Horizon Focus that's giving so much damage. The 10% true damage bonus coming out from that applies on every single hit of the Xerath ult. Item's really good.
So, second time's the charm here for Wildcard, maybe. Nothing in the game state has changed. There's still a 5,000 gold lead. There's still a 10-1 Kai'Sa. They still have Baron buffs. Here's the second swing through this mid inhibitor.
JP's just splitting top. No TP yet. Finally, it has reset the timer. So it's going to be the mid inhib taken up, and it looks like they're immediately going towards that bot inhib, while Chippy's, again, still splitting top, so... Can we get pressure on them to come back?
Yeah, let's keep our eye on Chippies there. This is what Wildcard we're missing. From behind, Chippies all the way in. Will drop into stasis. Team Luke survives despite being the focus. Luke needs to kite away. There is so much focus in on them. Luke is thrown forward. There's Maryville again. They've done it. Maryville have found the kill onto Luke, but the damage is still there. The backline Xerath got fight so much. Evan's got a double kill, but can he survive? Quacker's on the hunt. I think they might have saved this game again. Evan and Shady just need to win the 2v2 underneath turret.
It's going to be so hard, though, because the Ocean Soul ticking for Wildcard. Xeno was out of that fight and then healed up enough to be back in it. So Evan and Shady just need to be able to zone in either isolate a 1v1 on Xeno or just wave clear. They pulled it off. Maryville!
So full focus. Chippy's comes through on the side. Yet again, the hero picks up Luke, throws him so far forward, and then you see the biggest streamer shuffle the universe has ever seen. End this fight. Wolf spots the opportunity, throws the ball forward. Evans kiting through the back, laying in the damage. And just like that, Wildcard are in this game a moment longer.
And we're seeing what can happen with a Xerath who is not threatened in the back of these team fights. Xeno, full health, able to fire away with those Qs. One of the Arcano Pulses literally got a double kill, just by itself. And no one is threatening this man, just leaving him alone to chill in the back of the fight. And, I mean, the results kind of speak for themselves, don't they?
But let's be real, Matt. Let's take a deep breath and fact check. Wildcard still should win this game.
Yes. Theoretically.
I'm being told
surely they won't lose the third team fight.
Yeah. It's still 6k gold lead. Although, our scoreboard's struggling a little bit. We're trying to keep up there. Maryville either at 51,000 coins or at like 7.
52,000 now, so officially neither. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, thank God. Wildcard, with that gold lead, with that fed Kai'Sa, should still be able to end the game just through raw stats, but they're going to go one better, fight for this Elder. This actually gets kind of risky. Daption
able to find the taunt, and a huge damage onto Shady, who has to find the way out with the ultimate. Put this down. Evan taunted up by Panda, still alive in the back of the fight, able to put down a little bit of damage onto Panda. In the front of the fight, though, Chippies is down at the bottom.
Stand united. Panda stays alive. Wolf will throw him back. There's the backline dive from Luke. That's going to be a triple kill in the fight and a stasis for style. Third time is the charm, Matt. Wildcard will show back up for the Nexus, and this time be able to end game number 2, driving us all the way to a game 3 in this series. And it has been a stunning series so far. They showed up in game number 1, looked real good, then got bounced back, got reset again for game number 2, come in with the same early game dominance, and this time it works out.
Love the slow-mo, thanks, producer Joe.